Well, it's been a little bit again, but I finally got time to make a new video. But anyway, major recap. The Accord is down right now. It's fixable. It's just a matter of when I get to it. But for some reason, I went to go do the timing chain tensioner, and the chain came off of the guide somehow. That's pretty much something you can't really mess up. So, um, I'm kind of just plotting the idea of taking the little trap door for the tensioner off, see if I can get the old one out, because without that guide in front of the tensioner, you can't push it back in to make that little chain link looking thing match up with the hole so you can stick a tack or something in there. So, if it comes down to it, I'm just going to take the valve cover and the whole timing cover off, see what's going on. But anyway, I'm in my new daily right now. I picked it up a couple weeks ago. And before I say what it is, I didn't know there's a whole craze going on with these cars right now. But the only hint or clue that I'm going to say right now is it's pretty much a mini ep3 Civic. A lot smaller. Well, not too much smaller, but the engine's a lot smaller. But it's got some rust. It's fixable. Underneath is really clean. It's just the back wheel wells and kind of like where the rocker is. Like I said, it's super fixable. It's got 202,000 miles, but runs absolutely perfect. Not gonna jinx it, but I've been seeing these cars go for over 400,000 miles on them, and people are still driving them. So anyway, I'm gonna go outside and show you what it is. So this is it. It's a '09 Honda Fit Sport. So it does have the fog lights and the spoiler on the back. And as you can see, these suffer from the same issues the 8th gen SIs have. It's up there and all up on the top. Nothing I'm too concerned about, but I'm going to try finding a door for that spot, and then the little spot right there. Not bad. And the other spot's actually in better condition. I do have a Evil Energy muffler and a resonator delete. Blue lugs. I actually found some pretty cheap rims on Fitment Industries for this, and they're actually pretty killer looking. They're gold 16s. But I do have LED headlights and fog lights in here. Makes it look 10 times better. But I am messing around with I do want to get like some sort of intake, or just end up modifying the stock airbox myself. And don't mind the mess in here, but this is the best feature of it all. It is a 5-speed. It's been a while since I've owned a manual car. It's been at least about 9 years. The last one I owned was my '02 Subaru TS wagon that I had. But that shifter knob in the boot I did put in. Otherwise, I had some sort of like 8-ball shifter on it. But so I just want to go over the reason why I compared this to the ep3, or even like a regular 8th, 9th gen SI. So the first one is obviously the size and most likely the shape. It's pretty much just like a sedan ep3, 4-door version of it. Obviously, I know it's on a K series, but the sound is pretty much the same. That's my next one, is the VTEC. Even though this is a 1.5 liter single overhead cam, the VTEC in this, it's more set up like the one from an actual, K20, K24, A2, or K20 Z3 or something like that. Like the Accords and the Civics and stuff like that, VTEC kicks in around like 22 to 2400 RPMs, and you can't really tell, you can't hear it. This even before I put the exhaust on it, you could kind of like tell. You can hear that it's definitely kicked in. And with this, like the actual other K series engines, it kicks in at 5400 RPM, which is where it kicks in on, 8th gen Civics, stuff like that. But yes, there's no VTEC on the exhaust side or anything like that, but there is an audible crossover, just like your K series, K24, K20, whatever. And that's why I really want to put an intake on this, because this thing will pretty much sound exactly the same. With the exhaust on it, it's loud, but it's not like overkill. The gears in these cars are very short. So like fifth gear at 60, this thing's around 3,000 RPMs. And where I live, there's some pretty steep hills I have to go up. So once I start going up those, sometimes the drone is, it's not bad, but I mean, if I'm gonna have my kids in the back seat where I know it's gonna be louder, I did buy a vibrant resonator for it. I'm still kind of on the fence of having it put on. Cause like I said, it's loud, but it's not overkill to me. So at this point, I might just leave it on until, I'm not gonna jinx it, but like if I get pulled over, for being too loud or whatever, I'll put it on. But we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. But so at this point, the only thing, or like I said, I really have planned for this is to fix the rust and possibly the rims and the intake. It's not going to be a whole build, but I am going to be doing some stuff to it here and there. I'm obviously going to make videos of the exhaust. And, yeah, I mean, for 120 horsepower and 106 foot-pounds of torque or whatever, I mean, I think there's something I got to check out. This thing's running super, like, great. It's not misfiring. There's no rough idle, nothing. But it seems like it's just really laggy. I know I lost some torque, low end torque anyway, with the exhaust. But I think there's just something definitely going on. The clutches, everything's good. Not sure if this is the original clutch, but I'm pretty sure it might be. And so far, again, not gonna jinx it. Everything's good. It's not slipping. There's no weird grinding when shifting. There's no pop outs. There's no nothing. But I am probably gonna get a clutch done at some point. I mean, might as well. Also, the shifter assembly on this kind of wobbly. That's where the actual ball part is, where the actual shifter, the whole housing, that's just like clanking around. So I'm either going to go to a junkyard or try finding a decent aftermarket one. The hybrid racing ones are like almost $500. I'm not about to pay that, or just yet anyway. But yeah, so far there's no lights on, no check engine light. There's TPMS light, that don't bother me. But right now I'm averaging about 42 miles per gallon. That's a mix between city driving and more like back road driving where there's no stop and go traffic. But recently I drove, I think about around 400, a little over 400 miles on the highway, and I was averaging around 45 miles per gallon. So that's pretty insane for especially, an older car with higher mileage. Yes, it's only 1.5 liter, but that's still pretty good in my book. But that's just gonna wrap up the recap for now. I'd say let me know if you guys have any experience with these cars. Do you want one? Own them? What's the deal with them? Why does like everybody want them? I know gas prices are still pretty high, but I don't know, I think it's more than that. But I mean, honestly, I can see why though. These things are pretty fun to drive. They're not fast by any means, but they're definitely fun. So stay tuned for more videos.